Hello and Good Friday to everybody. Actually, today is Good Friday. So I'm really excited because after today, we've done 5 of these. 5. I'm so excited. So let me see if I can recap. Monday, we talked layers of altars. Tuesday, we talked about... Now, see, look at me. I'm lost again. I cannot remember what we're doing from one day to the next. You don't have to come in here now. I told you I'm just going over these. So I figured you were going to do something in there. Okay, so anyway. Hey, Sarah. Ben forgot that I invited him to work with protection powders this evening. So it's a little confusing around here right now. But I'm going to go over the list and stuff that I have. What? What book?
The Scott Cunningham book. Has everything grouped together. My herb Bible.
I don't have. There's tons of them everywhere. That would have been helpful to know before we went on live.
It did make it down here.
So anyway, no, we have not done tarot yet, but we will. I'm gonna do card pulls at one day. Probably one day next week. We'll just have a little bit of fun. Do a little bit of divination fun. Okay, so we did numerology. Last night we did the 12 karmic laws. Okay, so anyway, the first one on my list is how to make red brick dust. Basically, beat the crap out of a red brick. Hello, Lady Dawn. And wait a minute, who was that? Hi, Shannon. Oh, I'm sorry. My phone switches around whenever I scroll. Okay, so, pray over the brick as you hammer it into smaller and smaller chunks. Once you've gotten the brick down to small chunks, transfer the chunks of brick to your mortar and pestle. And I had one sitting out here. It's massive. But anyway, basically, say prayers of protection over it. Hi, Kristen. Say prayers of protection over it while you're busting it up. Use a funnel of rolled up paper to transfer the red brick dust into a mason jar or vessel of some kind. Label it and store it until ready to use. Home protection powder recipe for thresholds. Okay, so what I'm doing tonight is I've ground up our eggshells. I've already got that done, so don't have to worry about that. I used Ben's coffee grinder to do it, and it got it actually really fine. But whenever I'm done going over this, I'm going to take y'all into the kitchen, and I'm going to mix up a protection powder for here. I'm not going to tell you all the herbs in it because I don't want anybody using that against me. But we'll talk about some different herbs. Okay, so a simple home protection powder recipe. It says 4 thresholds. Rosemary, rue, basil, bay, thorns cut from a bush. So you can use rose, honey locust, cactus, salt, and a mortar and pestle. And what you do there is blend all of them together in the mortar and pestle. If you don't have, then use other ones that have protection qualities. Dill, sage, cumin, garlic, blueberry, black pepper, actually. And black pepper is going to be in my mix. And I'm just going to tell you now, a little thing that I do, not a superstition, but it's a quirk. Whenever I eat, I will pepper first because that removes negativity. And then salt, which blesses. So then you have your cleansed and blessed food. Pretty cool. I've been doing that for quite a few years now. So grind them all up, pray over your ingredients, tell them what their job is for. Spread the powder across your thresholds, at your doors, windows, but move clockwise around your house. And then you end back at your front door. When you get back to your front door, it's say something like, by the power of my ancestors, gods and guides, the home is healed from negative forces and enemies, so be it, or so mote it be. Hi, Miss Heidi. Yeah, I know. It came across my phone at like 5 minutes into it that it alerted everybody that I was live. But it's okay. You haven't missed nothing yet. Just basically, how to make red brick does basically pray while you are busting the crap out of some red bricks and just relieving some of them frustrations. Because now would be the time to do it because we're all getting frustrated and everything. Hello, Miss Valerie. Okay, so that one was threshold. Okay, sparkling powder recipes. I don't know why it's called this, but anyway. Some of these powder recipes, we actually have some of the ingredients. And not all of these are protection powders. Like this one. Astral Travel Powder. It is 3 simple ingredients: sandalwood, mugwort, and cinnamon. And you sprinkle them up. I'll take pictures of my sheets and post them. Or I'm just going to send them to you. Now, where was I? Okay. Okay. Just sprinkle it on your bed sheets before you go to sleep. And a lot of these are like this. Powders to help you sleep, to do things in your dreams. To assist your attempts astral projection, sandalwood, mugwort, cinnamon. That's the one I just said. Dream powder for prophetic dreams. Licorice, cinnamon, cardamom, and coriander. I don't think I'd be able to handle the smell of licorice and try to go to sleep with that one. No. Okay, this one, guilty. I kind of like this one and I want to use it. The bend over powder. Now, how many people like or heart right now, how many of you have heard of the bend over? Bend over oil, bend over powder. Oh, right, okay, so energy-wise, while I'm waiting to see if anybody knows what this is, I posted it earlier today. My energy's been filling up. I almost canceled just because I do not feel good. Just completely drained of energy. Normally, when we have a massive super moon like this, then I'm like supercharged. Oh, that even hurt just doing it. It's like my muscles and my joints and stuff like that are hurting. I've had a migraine all day. And, okay. Still in my jammy pants. So, I'm just not with it today. I'm just comfy as can be. Because I can't do it anymore. Okay. So, back to bend over powder. To send evil back to the sender, break hexes, and make others do your bidding. Okay, first of all, I would not be trying to do... Hi, Johnny. would not be trying to make anybody do my bidding, but whenever you feel it in your soul that somebody is trying to hex you or send you harm, this is what this is for. Rose, frankincense, honeysuckle, and vetiver. And we didn't know what vetiver was until we got our big, massive donation of hoodoo, voodoo books and various items. All have been cleansed, but it was all donated to us by a lady in our general community. So that was real nice. But it's a good one, vetiver. And it actually follows up in a lot of these. Drawing powder. To attract good luck and assistance of all good spirits when performing magical work, sprinkle this on your altar. 3 herbs. Jasmine, violet, and lavender. Jammy Pants Squad, yeah. Okay. And that is when to attract good spirits whenever you're doing magical work. Easy Wrath Powder. There's a reason why I picked these. I had a massive list and I broke it down. So to eliminate hatred and anger to anyone you have pissed off, sprinkle it on them. Okay, I would love to do this, but I don't want to get that close to anybody. But I would use it if I had like a picture or their name or their birthday, you know, basic information like that. Okay. And that is ashes. Doesn't say what ashes. It could be cigarette ashes. It could be tobacco ashes. Special herb mixture ashes. Whatever. And if you're doing this type of spell, if you're going to eliminate hatred and anger, then you're going to want herbs that correspond to that. Burn them, use those ashes. Ashes. Red pepper, rose, jasmine, and sandalwood. Those are for easy wrath. Okay, so exorcism. To exorcise negativity from any area and protect from its inhabitants. I'm actually going to make this one and use it on hand for my paranormal arsenal of witchy goodness. So I will have it on me whenever we start doing shows again. Okay, that is basil, frankincense, rosemary, yarrow, and rue. Rue is going to be fun. Poppet dolls. Right, Kristen, for the Easy Wrath powder. Poppet dolls, correct. Good idea. I'm glad you thought about that. So getaway powder. Who has not wanted somebody to get up out of their space? Sprinkle it in the path of anyone you want to stop bothering you. You can also sprinkle it on your windowsills and front porch to get rid of nosy neighbors, solicitors. I'm not going to say it. A religious group that likes to come knocking on your door. Any religious group, I'm casting that broadly. But that is sulfur, chili powder, and asafoetida. And if you don't know what asafoetida is, let me enlighten you. Whoa, does that stuff stink. Whew. When we lived in Pennsylvania, the Hindi shop there was one of our favorite places. And whenever we went back, every time we go up there to visit, we stop in and grab some. So we actually have some asafoetida now. It stinks. Sulfur, chili powder, asafoetida is the getaway powder. Hot foot powder. Now, A couple of people I know were talking about this one, and there's one, I kept it on here just because people were asking about it, but I have no idea what this herb is. Okay, so red chili pepper, black pepper, sulfur, John the Conqueror, and then Precipitito Rojo. Okay, it starts out like precipitation, Tado, and then Rojo, Rojo. I don't know what that is. Okay, on to the next one. Jinx removing powder. Sprinkle all around the inside of your home to remove hexes, curses, evil spells, and protect all who lives there. Best when sprinkled outside the house and on the front and back door and window sills. And that's 3. And this isn't a hard one. Mint, wintergreen, and chamomile. And oh boy, that would smell so good. Okay. One more on this page. Kindly spirit. Use when you want others to like and sympathize with you. Can be included in rituals to end loneliness and make friends. That's nice, because we're all in need of some sort of companionship. So nobody should ever be lonely. Nobody should ever feel lonely. And it's perfect time to gather this now. Lily and Hyacinthus and lemon. So kindly spirit powder is definitely what you need right now. What we all need right now. Or it's the best time to just collect that stuff. Okay, 2 more. Couple more. Peaceful home powder. We need a big group trip to a big herb store. Yes. So speaking of herbs, I have a couple great vendors that sells herbs. Phoenix Rising Apothecary. I love their name. Of course, that's the theme of Pagan Pride this year. But they are all about, herbs. They have a vast variety selection. Like I said, they were one of our vendors, and they're going to be one of our vendors. So, just throwing that out there. Phoenix Rising Apothecary. Right. Peaceful home powder. Sprinkle this powder around your home if you have been fighting with your partner or the house is upset and chaotic to calm things down again. Lemon, rose, and lilac. I'm not going to hold that one back. Lemon, rose, lilac. Let's do it. Sarah said we need to those to power bomb. Yes, absolutely. I'd have it all over the house. Prosperity powder. Rub this powder on your hands, sprinkle around your home or business, or to circle a green candle in a prosperity ritual. Sounds nice. We can all do that right now. Allspice, patchouli, myrrh, cinnamon, sandalwood, orisis, and orange peel. Yeah, Phoenix Rising is awesome. So that's that one. That's prosperity powder. And I actually have another recipe for one. To attract money and material blessings, sprinkle around the home or business. Sassafras, cinnamon, pine, and basil. There you go. That's nice. Water bulbs for witch jars to fill and plug the top and hang it around inside and outside. That'd be awesome. Must be the TV. Okay. Okay, so here's a few protection powders. To protect against all sorts of calamities, negative influences, sprinkle around the outside of your house to act as a barrier. Dragon's blood, sandalwood, and salt. Gotta have the salt. We all know we gotta have the salt. Second option, used to protect. So this is a different type of protection powder. Recommend any books on herbs. Patty Wingdington's book just got released. It's actually out on Kindle now. She did an unboxing video the other day. I shared it on my wall if you want to find her there. She's got ones, any herb book by Scott Cunningham, because that's what Ben was talking about. He didn't know if it made it or not. I've got so many freaking herb books. Herbal medicine, herbal drugstore. I got another herb book in there. It's my favorite. I'm going to learn how to make paper out of herbs here before too much longer. But yeah, definitely look up Patty Wingdington and Scott Cunningham. I'm thinking Byron has one too. Okay, so... Okay, the powder to attract money and material blessings, sprinkle around the home or business. Okay, we did that one. A second protection powder. Used to protect against hexes, negativity, bad moods. Sprinkle it around your home and in your bedroom. Oh, definitely get that bedroom. Vetiver, vervain, galangal, peppermint, rue, and cinnamon. Susan Weed, that's right, for herb books. There you go, Heidi. Protection powder number 3. Used for individual protection by creating a circle of it, standing within. Visualize the wall of protection being created around yourself and feel yourself being bathed in the warm protection embrace of the herb's power. This ritual can be done daily if desired. Mugwort, dill, juniper, frankincense, and cumin. Separation powder, used to break up any type of relationship by creating animosity. Not that I'm saying that anybody should use any of these. However, people are curious, and I'm putting them out there because Rowan Temple of Light, we're not Wiccan. We are pagan. We are open to everything. So, anyway, separation powder. Vetiver, sandalwood, clove, black pepper. Add ground herbs to a rice, flour, or cornstarch base. So, like we're going to do with the eggshells, and add herbs to, that's what you would do with this one, with the separation powder. And all, this one is the stay-at-home powder. It's not what you think. It's, okay, well maybe it is, but it's not making you stay at home during this crisis. It is a powder to end infidelity on the part of your partner and make them stay at home instead of leaving you. Dust it on yourself before going to bed with them. What? You want to make some stay-at-home powder for me?
And if you know your hoodoo, to keep that woman coming home or that man coming home, you take a little pea and you put it right in the shoe.
Ew, that's disgusting.
That's the hoodoo, man.
Ooh, you can hoodoo all up in that. But if you pee in my shoe, I don't care how sacred my knives are, you're gonna get some. No pee. No pee. Unfaithful Powder. Rub this powder on your hands and then touch someone you feel is lying to you. They will be forced to apologize and then stop lying if they are. Mint, rose, and nutmeg. Those shouldn't be that hard to find. Sarah said hi, Ben.
Sarah said hi.
It's that hi. Versatile powder. Kristen said hi.
I said hi.
Heidi said hi. Okay, so.
I said hi, ho.
Versatile powder is to make one more adaptable, creative, quick thinking, and increase your potential for success. Well, what were we just talking about? Can you blame me for it slipping out? Okay, so rum, peach blossom, lilac, and cinnamon. Those are the four for that one. And then last one is Yaya Powder. Y-A-Y-A. Increases fertility, helps a woman become pregnant or prevent a miscarriage, and increase male sexual potency. Sprinkle on yourself prior to the big event or regularly depending on why you are using it. So vetiver, cinnamon, sage, and rose would be used for that.
I got all that.
Why do you need that? Never mind. We just talked about it.
I got a friend of mine who maybe needing to have a baby. You give him a little oomph. You give him a little oomph and it's oomfer.
Oh, God. Some more say hi, Dad.
Hey, girl. Hi.
Okay, so what do you think? Are we ready to go make some magic on this Friday night? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm going to take y'all in here and show you our kitchen. But before I do, I'm going to show you, again, it's not turning green. See? It's not.
Maybe you set it in the sun. The sun may help the photosynthesis.
The resurrection plant is not being resurrected.
It's a sign.
Alright. So, come with me. What have you done?
I don't know.
Look. Welcome to our kitchen.
I pulled out some protection stuff.
Okay. So let me show you. Cardamom, catnip, psyllium, sweet basil, horehound, skullcap. There's some protection powder that Ben's had for a while. Oregano, chamomile, peppermint, juniper, hibiscus, elderberries, nettle leaf, Irish moss, slippery elm. There's mullein, chipotle. Of course, herb-wise, St.
Hold on.
What?
Toilet water.
It is not. Would you be? You're disgusting. Alm. Okay, so most of this stuff you can buy in the store. Let me tell you a little something about alm. This little stuff right here, A-L-E-U-M, it'll make the ladies tight. Yes, it does. Okay, can you excuse me for a minute?
I want the elm. I haven't had a loud fart and I don't know how long. I'm trying to be funny.
No, you're not. That's disgusting. Okay, the majority of these in these jars right here came to us from the lady that donated the items. And a lot of these came here. White oak bark. Was that yours?
No.
No, that was yours. Black salt. Got plenty of bay leaves.
This one was mine. I collected that.
Well, hold it up here.
Some Queen Anne's lace.
Queen Anne's lace is used for a
Birth control?
yeah, birth control. Sassafras root, bark, neem, allspice berry. Okay, this is ground allspice berry, but if you have any babies that are teething, you make them a necklace. You can just put the needle through the berry around their neck, and it helps them with their teething. What is up here? Passion flower.
That's salt.
Yeah, that's salt. There's spearmint, St. John's wort,
Guess what this is?
ginger root, poke root.
This is some. Oh, it's backward on the phone, but it's magnetic sand.
And what do you use that for?
You may not think of that as a herb, but it's an ingredient in a lot of your voodoo work.
Yeah. Let's say, what is that for, Hoodoo Ben?
Root work.
Like I said, you can get some stuff at, just out the store, like rosemary, parsley, things like that. Himalayan pink salt. Valerie, like the majority of these are beds. Like my stuff isn't even, we didn't even pull it out and add it to his.
I brought out all this stuff for protection, some type of protection right here.
Okay.
And since
We got mandrake and wormwood. Does anybody know what wormwood does to you? What'd you do with the wormwood? It was right there.
it's got a red lid. It's
It's a red label for a reason.
and this one right here is a no label for a reason. Remember what that is?
Because these things will screw you up.
These little seeds in here are delirium. It's a datura, gypsum weed.
It messed him up for 3 days.
Got 350 of them little seeds.
He just went overboard. Okay, so what do you have here for protection, Hoodoo Ben?
We have nettle.
Okay.
Keeps evil out and sends it back. Wards off ghosts. Removes curses. Thrown on a fire to advent danger.
Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. That's right, Sarah.
Blessed thistle. Protection power and spiritual aid. Alfalfa leaf. For anti-hunger, money, magic, and prosperity. I must have thrown that one in there accidentally. 'Cause that one's not protection. Okay. Lemon balm. Depression, love, healing, and protection. One I can't pronounce. Valerian.
Valerian.
That's it. Valerian.
Valerian. Love, protection, purification, and sleep. And you can actually take valerian at night to help you sleep.
That's another Valerian.
Yeah.
Valerian.
Valerian.
It helps. The past 3 days I've been overexposed to styrene, acetone, and everything else. So I'm really messed up in the head right now.
He hasn't had time to sleep either.
Lavender flower for love, protection, peace. And
Sarah, we got
sleep.
lavender flower. Samara, we got lavender. We need to get some more. I can't grow it for crap.
Hyssop. Purification and protection. Rose petals. I told you I had all the ingredients for this too. For friendship, love, luck, divination, and protection. So you're doing divination, you got one foot on the other side. Use that for some protection. Calling, spirits, divination, love, protection, psychic powers for your wormwood.
Oh,
Also delirium.
wormwood we're going to add to a tea whenever we do Tea Time Tuesday.
Bitter. Here's the raspberry leaf for protection, love, and magic. Very good if you need to poop. That's a good one. And if you're having your red light, ladies, it helps with ease all the symptoms and the bleeding, all that stuff. The raspberry leaf. It's pine for cleansing, exorcism, fertility, healing, money, and protection. And we have some olive leaf for healing, love, peace, and protection.
Okay, so I'm going to sit you guys down here. Okay. Sorry, tis the kitchen. Okay. What was you going to talk about that?
No, I just had some stuff in there, Mark.
Okay. So, this is the eggshell powder that I made today. So, there's actually quite a bit of it here. It looks like sand. Can you see the powder coming off of it? It's powdered. Raspberry's good for the lady issues. Yes, it is. Okay. So Ben has this cute little handy coffee grinder. And that's what I actually use to do the herbs.
I don't ever use it for coffee. It's always there.
So I'm going to use this because this is the way I have been doing it. I put the eggshells in the top part and then I'll flip it upside down to seal it the way nothing comes out. But I'll mix my herbs up in it.
A quick warning, if you're working with anything toxic, I almost killed myself grinding up poison hemlock. It was dried up and ground. I had so much dust around me I slept for like 12 to 15 hours afterwards. Always make sure you know what you're dealing with and what it can do to you once it's like in the air.
So what I'm mixing up is a protection powder for our hearth. I'm not going to tell you all the ingredients that we're going to be using, like I said, because I don't want that coming back on us. But sea salt. So far, what I've put in here, and your herbs are in my way.
Your stuff's in my herbs way.
So I put 2 tablespoons of eggshell powder in here, and 1 tablespoon of sea salt, and going half a tablespoon of garlic. And remember when I was talking earlier about salt and pepper and how to do that? Black pepper. I'm only going to do half a tablespoon of that as well. This one is a protection herb. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to add some of that. But it's a protection herb. And I had one more on my list, but I can't find it. You have Jemison over here too.
That's a leaf. Remember, every plant, the different parts have different properties and different chemicals. The root isn't going to do the same thing as the stem isn't going to do the same thing as the leaf isn't going to do the same thing as the flower or the berry, and so on.
Oh!
Different chemicals, different tannins.
Where did it go?
It's on the medical side. Up.
No. And one must never forget sage. Garlic powder.
I have to mention where I buy some of my herbs. It's actually in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, a place called Rosemary's Tea House. They have a website, but I'm going to have to go on it, because I've never been on it to see if they like mail order these or not.
Okay, so before I mix these up, show you here. I don't know how well you can see with the light. But see, just a bunch of herbs. Actually, it doesn't smell too bad. Smell.
Can I eat it?
No.
Can I protect my belly?
No.
And Rosemary's Tea House is completely pagan, by the way. They have Wiccan classes and all kinds of classes on ritual teas and baths and all that good stuff up there, too. Okay, I'll give my buddy a plug.
Look out. Would you?
Oh, my butt's got me in trouble again.
Yeah, because you don't know how to move. Okay. Getting this loose gave me a little bit of a problem earlier. You push it in to make it work.
Okay.
You have to like pull it out to separate it.
That's working. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Now, here we go. Put this in here. And there it is. Which I'm going to show you in the light. How well you can see that.
Oh.
So there. Oh, there's the asafoetida.
I forgot, there's another good one for protection.
We went over the asafoetida, but right there it is. This will be sprinkled around our house and around all of our windows.
You can even make yourself a protection hand, sprinkling in a little drawstring baggie and keeping it with you.
Yeah. Is there, do you want to take over and do anything?
Sound good.
Okay. Alright, so that's been our little thing on protection powders.
Oh, wait, here's one that's a protection powder we didn't mention. The hot foot powder.
I did. I went over it in there,
apologize.
but I didn't. But with the hot foot powder, you want to read what it says? Because I can't read.
Okay, well, if you're into the voodoo path, they in the morning you're supposed to read Psalms 26, and at night read Psalms 23 while you're burning this as an incense. Usually the big deal with the hoodoo and the voodoo's got the Christian mixed in from the slaves that came over and had to mask their path and what they were doing. So the Christian Catholic saints actually have correspondence with the old Oshun, gods and goddesses down there. So that's the big thing. That's why the hoodoo and the voodoo are so interchangeable. It's just the hoodoo's the voodoo without the prayer, basically.
And then, and then here for our area, we ended up with Appalachian hoodoo. So that's why some of this stuff is natural for us, right here in the mountains. So
And that's all hoodoo on the cheap. They used what they had to. They found other things that were here and local that corresponded with everything else.
okay, so that will be all for tonight. And I will be back on, let me see, Sunday night to do our regular meditation affirmation. And, whoa. Yeah. To do our meditation affirmation on Sunday night. And then I'll make a post some point in time over the weekend once I figure out what next week's Under the Rowan Tree schedule is going to be. Really excited about it and look forward to seeing you all on Sunday. Love you so much. Thanks for joining us. Blessed be.